Hey y'all, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. It's Tierra here. Today I'm going to be doing a traditional natural install. This video will be featuring Allie Grace hair. We received 4 bundles. We have two 22 inches, a 20 inch, and an 18. And this is a Brazilian body wave. Nisha is back for a sew-in today, and I'm gonna do a side part install on her. And I left out a little bit of edge just so she could play with it a little more in the front, do some cute little styles, and it just looks a lot more natural with those edges left out. So for her braid pattern, I'm just gonna be doing braids going straight down, like bringing them around to the back, and this just creates like a super flat install. Sometimes I'll do my braid pattern different, like literally it just depends on the person's hair, how thick it is, how thin it is, how fine it is, how coarse it is, and it also depends on the look they're going for, if they want to pull it up into a pony, and all that factors into the braid pattern. And I also make sure I'm using a moisturizer. I use this Cantu leave-in conditioner every time I braid for a sew-in. You want to make sure you're applying a cream conditioner to the hair when you're braiding, because a sew-in is ultimately a protective style, so you want to make sure it's being protected and moisturized. So making sure that hair is taken care of before an install, before braids or whatever, is going to help you with length retention. Because if your hair is dry and brittle and you go in and put it up in some braids, it's not going to change anything. It might even make it break off with all the manipulation going on. So yeah, my baby wants to be in the video so bad, of course. But yeah, making sure that hair is moisturized and protected basically just helps with retaining length and keeping that hair healthy and making sure your protective style is protected. I also like to incorporate some braiding hair. This just makes for a more solid, strong foundation. And I like to add that braiding hair like towards the end of the braid. And I just want to point out how I do my braids, how I do one going midway, and then I do the next one bringing it all the way down and combining that midway braid with it. That just makes for a more flat foundation, and it makes it so it's less braids at the end, so it's not a whole bunch of braids to sew up, and it's not bulky in the back. Now, of course, for the scalp care, you want to use the oil. This is the Wild Growth Hair Oil bottle, but it's my peppermint oil mix that I showed y'all in my growth stimulation video. So if you want to go check that out and see how I mix this up, make sure you go click on that video. Scalp care is definitely a big deal when it comes to installs, just to make sure that scalp is fed and nourished and moisturized. And here I'm just sewing the braids up into itself. I just take the braid, like curve it around and sew it right back on up the braid, and that's about it. For that back track, I make sure to sew it underneath the braid. This just makes for a nice seamless install if she wants to pull it up into a low pony. And I did leave out a little bit of her hair at the back just so I didn't have to braid that sensitive nape, and also so she can pull it up into like a nice low ponytail. A lot of people ask me what kind of stitching I do. It really just depends on where I'm at in the install and what kind of braid I'm on. It just really depends. But mainly for the back, I do the underneath stitching. I'm not really sure the whole proper term for it, but I just do like underneath, and that makes it really flat, and that makes ensures that the track goes underneath the braid. I'm sure I showed y'all this in another video, but I just want to show it again on how I get my tracks to lay flat towards the sides. So I do double my wefts, and once I get to the sides, I just take that back weft and I continue with it, and I flip that over And this just makes it really neat and flat on the sides. And then I'll join those wefts back together once I get back to it. So for those last few tracks towards the top, I do go ahead and cut it, and I also just start using single wefts so I can get a nice zero bulkiness, zero lumpiness install, and it's just nice and flat. Tip on how to hide that last knot when you all finish. You just want to peel back a couple layers like an onion and then stitch that through like another track that's underneath and make your knot right there. That way your knot won't be poking through, you ain't got to struggle with it and all of that. So yeah. So now to my favorite part, I'm getting ready to lay her leave out. So I like to use mousse to lay it down. I use the Compositions by Design Essentials. Of course, you can use any mousse of your choice. Molding it down with mousse just helps it to stay straight a little bit longer so you won't have to use as much heat on your leave out, because we is not for them burnt out leave outs. Y'all, we trying to keep every part of this hair healthy. So this is definitely a key to me in minimizing the heat and keeping that leave out damage free. So here's the finished product. She looks so pretty, and this hair was super full. We didn't use all 4 bundles, but it definitely turned out super full. And we just left the hair in the natural body wave just so y'all can see the natural texture and everything. And yes, she loved it, I loved it. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you thumbs us up, and I'll be back with another salon work video really soon.